Hi everybody, this is Anne Marie, and today I will be showing you 10 easy tips and tricks that will help you make amazing products for TPT. Okay, so let's get started. So, first thing to do is to open up your PowerPoint document, and most of us don't like to use the horizontal. So what I usually do is I'll go and change it right away. Page setup. My slides, I'll put them in height, which will be an 8.5 by 11. Okay. Would you like the content up or down? Doesn't matter, because I take this off. I don't like any of this. We won't need this, so you click on your box, right click, cut, and there we go. So now we have 8.5 by 11. Okay, so what I'll do first is I'm going to go get a shape, which is a square, and I will take the full page, and it is blue. Okay, blue's fine for now. Picture from file, and I'm gonna go get my fantastic page, which is my star border page number 10, which is the pattern. There we go. It's as simple as that. Because it's PNG, I'm able to have it transparent, and the blue background shows through, so that is fantastic. Okay, so what I do is I click on the top layer, right click, format picture, and here I'll have my fill my line, but what I want here is picture transparency, and this way I can make the background completely different. Now this becomes really practical, and I'll show you why. I'll take her and I'll put her on the top. You see how she sticks out? Because the background is not as pronounced. But if I were to take the background, hang on a second, and put it full, it's very bright, but we can't see that the background is more subdued in the background, and it's taking just as much importance as the character. So I like to make it a little bit lighter in the background. Whoops, nothing selected. That doesn't help. There you go. And so she's just a little bit in the foreground if you want. And you can also, hang on a second, insert a shape, circle. Now I'll go to fill. My color, I want it to be a little bit, but I want it transparent, but not as much. And I want no line. Then I'll take my character, right click. Oops, I made a double. Right click, bring to front. So she's in front and she's on a shadow. So you could change the color of the shadow. Hang on a second. I will have to move her now. My shadow, and let's say I want to make it black. So then all I have to do is click on the paint bucket, put it black, but I want it to be a bit transparent to look like a shadow. There we go. And then I'll take my character and bring her down on top of the shadow. So that's why I like to play with transparencies in the background. Now, I could make this brighter by just changing the color in the background. So let's say like this. Then I might not need to put my background of the stars as pale. So I'll make them a little bit darker. Hang on a second. There we are, darker. And because of the background that I chose, the solid pale blue background, she still pops off the page, and that is really cool. But in that case, my shadow is too dark to my taste. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take my shadow, I'm going to return it to a blue. Let's see, that's too pale. That's better. And I can make it just a little lighter or darker as I wish. Bring her down over the shadow, and there we are. So this is what you can do with a pattern that is a PNG with a background color. And then when you're putting transparencies, you can play with, you know, so that it looks very different from one page to another. If I were to copy paste, I'm just going to put them next to each other. Hang on a second. I'll move this aside. I'm going to, hang on, take this, my picture. Nope, that's the character. Here's my picture. Transparency. I mean, you could play around with this as you wish, and as just as long, you know, you can play with this till you get the effect that you want from this. So that's tip number 1.